Nigeria continues to witness an uptick in the number of skilled workers migrating to other countries. At a one-day symposium, the Nigeria Diaspora says it's worried that those who seek greener pastures abroad take with them years of training and skills acquired locally. Correspondent Habida Lawal reports.
Japa is a Yoruba word translated to mean to run, to flee, or to escape. It is now a national slang for a widespread form of neoculturalism comprising beliefs, values, and practices which drive citizens to leave Nigeria for greener pastures abroad. In the context of the worrisome form of emigration, it refers to the increasing trend of Nigerian youth leaving the country in search of better opportunities abroad. Although there have been suggestions as to what government can do to reduce this trend, this gathering of Nigerians in diaspora have identified that improvement in the education sector and prioritizing human capital development will address many of Nigeria's immigration issues.
Many young people seek educational opportunities abroad to secure the cutting-edge knowledge and skills their world needs, but which they feel is lacking in the Nigerian educational system.
The entrepreneurs with their business registration paper can now emigrate to another country. So the nation is at the risk of not only losing the medical personnel, we are at the risk of losing our small and medium-scale entrepreneurs.
The Nigerians in diaspora are a valuable resource for nation building. Engaging with them and creating platforms for collaboration will facilitate knowledge transfer, technology exchange, and investment in Nigeria.
Yeah, the grass always seems greener at the other side, that you should consult, talk to people. There's no problem in traveling abroad, but talk to people, seek counsel. You know, youths, mostly youth, they do things before they think about it.
Doctors that we have in this country, they're flowing to United Kingdom, America, Europe, where we have those talents that's supposed to be useful here, whereby can enhance the development of this country.
The government is tasked to establish a diaspora engagement framework to leverage the skills and resources of Nigerians living abroad. Nigeria's youth population is one of its greatest advantage, and only by empowering them can Nigeria truly unlock its greatest potential. Habida Lawal, TVC News, Abuja.
And now to Osun State, where members of the Osun Civil Society Coalition has called on the federal government to ensure those that have benefited from the payment of subsidy and fuel at the detriment of the country are prosecuted. They stated this during a peaceful protest organized in Osogbo to mobilize Nigerians ahead of the NLC planned protest on Wednesday. Our correspondent Rafiu Hamid has details and will return with business news.
It's an awareness protest ahead of planned nationwide rally by the Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) on Wednesday against increase in price of fuel. The State Police Command provide enough security personnel to ensure the protest is not hijacked by hoodlums. Led by members of Osun Civil Society Coalition, the protesters say their action becomes imperative going by the hardship Nigerians have been subjected to as a result of the hike in price of fuel and its attendant effects on the economy.
Those who have stolen money through subsidy before now should be made to account for it. We cannot get closure if there is no accountability. We are asking that as Nigerians, we demand to know who are the people that have stolen from us through subsidy. They must account for what they have stolen, and they must be made as an example for other would-be thieves to know that there is always repercussion for action.
They all throw their weight behind the removal of food subsidy, but maintain that palliatives will have been rolled out.
It's very important for every one of us to hold arms together that the only thing that Nigerian masses benefit from is subsidy.
The protesters acknowledged the ongoing efforts of the federal government and the leadership of the NLC to cushion the effect of the hardship, but noted that Nigerians, who constitute larger population of the country, have to be considered in any palliatives to be rolled out.
They must provide necessary enabling environment for our people to survive. Even for whatever they were doing now, if they increase the salary of workers, there are millions of our youth who are unemployed. Who will give them money? We appeal to government, do the needful. Enough of choking the masses. Let them breathe. Is that too much to ask? People are just suffering.
Representatives of student body are not left out as they raised concern about tuition fee increase.
To appeal to the government and all the school management that they should please not even have it in plan to increase tuition fee in our various institutions.
They expressed their readiness to join NLC in the protest against some of the government policies that are affecting the livelihood of Nigerians. Rafiu Hamid, TVC News, Osogbo.
Renewable energy experts have held a one-day workshop to engage the media and persons with disabilities on the need to embrace and advocate the use of renewable energy as an alternative source of power. The workshop, which took place in the Federal Capital Territory, had stakeholders in attendance. Celestina Area reports.
The standard of living of a given country can be directly related to the per capita energy consumption. The per capita energy consumption is a measure of per capita income as well as a measure of prosperity of a nation. Conversely, a lack of access to energy consumption contributes to poverty and deprivation and can be contributed to economic decline. This is why renewable energy experts are holding this one-day workshop to engage the media and women with disabilities on the need to source cleaner alternative forms of energy readily available in the country. This workshop is to sensitize participants on the need to not be limited to the existing sources of energy.
Looking at the three P's: prosperity in terms of economic growth, people in terms of social empowerment and empowerment, and the planet, protecting the ecosystem, the integrity of the environment.
It is ensuring that 5% of reservation of all opportunities, employment, training, and whatever engagement that they have in renewable energy, they should reserve 5% for women with disability.
Renewable energy is another growth industry sector. There are opportunities. You are talking about 220 million Nigerians. And you are talking about 36.7 million micro, small, and medium enterprises. Every one of them need power.
At COP26, Nigeria committed to net zero emissions by 2060, and the availability of clean energy sources make this commitment possible.
Over 20 million Nigerians are living with one form of disability or the other, ranging from communication, hearing, or visual impairment. It is important they have a conducive and safe environment to live in to ameliorate their situation. Hence the need for them to key into the provisions of Electricity Act 2023 to access renewable and cleaner energy. Celestina Area, TVC News, Abuja.